Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Obierika and you're welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about natural asthma remedies that you need to hop on in 2023. So if you're new here, I'm a YouTuber based in Abuja, Nigeria. I film videos on asthma awareness, lifestyle and hair care, and today obviously it's an asthma awareness video. So if you're interested in finding out the things that you can use aside your general medication, please keep on watching. Hi guys, so today, like I said, we're going to be talking about natural asthma remedies. If you see me looking down, I have notes. Obviously, this is not a light matter. We need to write things down. All right. So basically, if you're not new here, you know that I'm an asthmatic, been asthmatic 12 years. And if you're new here, hi, I am an asthmatic. And if you don't know what asthma is a condition in which a person's airways is inflamed and becomes narrow, and there's an extra release of mucus. Naturally, there's mucus in your airways, but asthmatics have it more, which causes a restriction in your airflow and difficulty in breathing, which could lead to hyperventilation and a full-blown crisis where you cannot even breathe at all. Then you have to either use a nebulizer, take steroids like aminophylline hydrocort, or even use oxygen tanks. Yeah, I think I've done videos on the different asthma medications. I'll try and link them in the description box. So yeah, and obviously natural remedies are things that are not the scientific methods of treating a particular ailment. They could be practices, they could be meals, they could be natural things, natural things. Anyway, so yeah, so I have a list of natural remedies that I put together that I've tried, and I think that they work okay. I mean, they're not a substitute for your general medication. Disclaimer, please keep taking your medication regardless of the amount of natural remedies that you're working with, because it's just safer that way. I mean, just do both of them to be on the safe side. So we have breathing exercises and they're different. In fact, I realized while doing research for this video that there are 8 billion breathing exercises, but the one I particularly do is yoga. But we also have the Papworth method, we have the Buteyko breathing, and we have the deep diaphragmatic breathing. Then we also have things like turmeric. I've never talked about turmeric before because I didn't even know that turmeric was a natural remedy until, was it January? A friend of mine that is an asthmatic recommended that I try, infusing turmeric into my meals. And I found out that it was actually very helpful. So we also have turmeric. We have body massages. Massages are just supposed to be for, just relaxing your muscles. We asthmatics need it, deep tissue massages around your chest and your back and all of that. Then warm baths help as well, teas, plant-based diets, caffeine, and weight loss. So we're just going to dive right into them because I've broken them down into details. So breathing exercises are helpful because they help improve your lung function as well as symptoms related to hyperventilation, because they help you control your breathing, because when you're having an attack you can't exactly control your breathing. But if you've been doing breathing exercises, it kind of helps you to control it better and try to breathe out and all of that. So I listed like 3 of them before, so I'm just going to highlight them. Yoga is the one that I do. Like I said, this one is so helpful. It's so relaxing naturally, even if you're not an asthmatic, to do yoga. I don't know how that exercise was formed, but it's such a relaxing means of exercising. So yoga really helps because it relieves stress, and stress is a major asthma trigger. For me, my major triggers are smoke, stress, and stress again. I've done an entire triggers video. I'll link it in the description box if you haven't watched that. Triggers are basically things that can cause your asthmatic attacks. So stress is a major asthma trigger, and yoga is one of the best exercises to relieve stress. So if you do yoga a lot, it would help you to relieve stress and also teach you how to breathe better, and you're kind of killing 2 birds with one stone. And also we have the Papworth method. I have no idea what this is, never tried it, but I'm going to link the medical journal that I got this from so that you can read up more about it. So the Papworth method is a relaxation and breathing system that teaches you to breathe from your diaphragm. That's breathe from your stomach area, so your lungs fill up with as much air as possible. Then we also have the Buteyko breathing. I've done this before, but I didn't know that it had an entire name attached to it. So this one focuses on slow breathing and short periods where you hold your breath. I do this a lot, where I hold my breath for like 1 minute to 2 minutes, because when you're having an asthmatic attack, sometimes when it gets really bad, you cannot breathe out. So you're like, what's the word now? You're like holding your breath. And if you've not trained your body to understand that, oh, I'm just holding my breath and it's normal, you start panicking. And when you start panicking, you start hyperventilating more and you could have a cardiac arrest. Okay, so this one allows you to hold your breath for like a couple of minutes and then breathe out slowly, because that's literally like taking you through the attack process. That's what this buteyko breathing is. And obviously, none of these breathing exercises are a cure for asthma, as there's no known cure for asthma, but obviously, they help the general quality of life of an asthmatic. And so, the next one we're going to talk about is turmeric. Like I said, I just started infusing that into my diet, and I think that it's actually very helpful because it contains curcumin. Curcumin is a very, very important antioxidant and anti inflammatory supplement. So, turmeric obviously is a natural remedy. People use it for meals, people use it for facials, but obviously you have to eat it. So I recommend that you try infusing turmeric into your meals and all of that. And it really does help. You can do like a whole turmeric and honey tea, would be really good for you and all of that. So yeah, try turmeric and let me know how that works out for you. There are also turmeric tablets. I think they're curcumin tablets. So you can also, if you're not much of a tea person or you don't put in your food, you can buy the tablets and take at least 500 milligrams daily and you'll be good to go. So another one is the massage. So I honestly love this one very much because it's very relaxing. And I remember in 2021, for my 20 what birthday now 25th birthday, I was really sick. I had intense congestions, cough, pains in my chest and my back, and my best friend recommended a deep tissue massage. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? And then by the time they were done with my ribs and my chest area, it was like I had gone through like a whole reformative process. I felt so much better, and I had no idea that massages could, help with that, because usually they just give me like the general body massage, back, legs, hands, and then nobody bothers about your ribs and your chest area. So I recommend that you have like a deep tissue chest and rib massage once in a while, just to ease the areas around. And if you feel like your medications are not working and you're in intense pain, you can book one of those. Apparently, a lot of spas do it. It's like a medical massage thing. So yeah, you could try that. Another one would be warm baths. Obviously, warmth helps with clearing up airways. So especially in cold seasons, and if your major trigger is cold, whether it's cold seasons or not, and you know that any form of wind or tiny cold could cause you to have like congestions in your airways, I recommend that you always have your bath with warm water. Cold is not my major trigger. I don't even like having my bath with warm water. But when it is the Hamatan and the rainy seasons in Nigeria, um, I always use warm water. So obviously, if you don't live in Africa, so it could be winter, or I don't know when rain falls in your area, but yeah, I know winter is really cold. So yeah, when it's raining and when it's winter, you should do a lot of warm baths if you don't actually do that. It helps a lot. And obviously, one of my favorites, teas. Now, I hated teas before I got diagnosed. I hated teas so much because I thought that the only tea you could have is the regular, like, beverage tea, chocolate, milk, and I didn't like all of that. But as I grew up and they started recommending teas for me as an asthmatic, I found out that there are a whole lot of teas. My favorite teas are ginger teas, rosemary teas, peppermint teas. The reason why teas are very good for you is because they have antioxidants. And if you don't already know, antioxidants help reduce the inflammation in your airways and clear out the mucus. So if you're not a tea person, I think you should hop on these. There are a lot of variations of tea, so you don't have to be bored. You can try different ones until you find the one that works for you. Please note, if you have allergies, food allergies, please check the teas you're having. If you have bee allergies, obviously you can't have honey in your tea. So just be careful as you're trying these natural remedies, because you might have allergies which could get triggered by taking these things, and instead of it to help you feel better, it makes you feel worse. If you do not know, some asthma attacks are caused by food allergies. I've done an entire video on that. I'll try to link it if I remember, so you can check it out. So another thing would be plant-based diet. I started doing this in 2022 because, to be very honest, I haven't really taken my diet very seriously since I was diagnosed. But in 2022, I had the craziest of attacks and I realized that I had to do so much better. So I started doing plant-based diets, reduce red meat, stuck to poultry, which is white meat, chicken, turkey, all of that. Also started eating salads a lot, which is a lot of vegetables. I'm not a fruit person, so I decided to like start blending it up, drinking, and all of that. So the reason why this is very healthy is because it helps to fight inflammation in your body. When you're eating fatty foods, it doesn't help you. Eating a lot of red meat, taking unhealthy oils, and all of that, it causes your airways to be more congested. And when you've taken a lot of fat, what it simply means is that when you have like tiny inflammations, it will blow out of proportion. So it's very important that your meals are healthy and plant-based. Infuse vegetables in everything, in your carbs, in your proteins. Ensure that you always have a bit of vegetables here and there. Try to use olive oil as opposed to the general type of oil. I know olive oils are expensive. Even me say I don't more use olive oil, but it is recommended that you use that because it is healthy fat. I know that they're healthy fats and unhealthy fats. So try plant-based diet. I'm not saying that you should go all vegetarian, but just try to make it spice it up. Chicken salad here, turkey salad there, you know, mix it up, sha. It could even be a regular vegetable soup, add more grains in your egusi soup. It could just be that you're including more vegetables into the meals that you're already eating. You don't have to, you know, do an entire meal plan to start a plant-based diet. I think another thing would be caffeine. Caffeine is a natural bronchodilator. I've done an entire video on natural bronchodilators. I'll link it as well. Natural bronchodilators simply mean things that help clear your airways that are not scientifically, what's the word now, created, something like that. So these bronchodilators basically contain the same things that your salbutamol tablets contain, your prednisolone, your seretide, and all of that. So caffeine is one of the major bronchodilators. They said that if people that take coffee at least twice a day have 20% less attacks than people that do not. So I recommend that you take caffeine. It doesn't have to be coffee, it's also in Coke as well. So caffeinated drinks help, but don't take too much as well because carbonated drinks are also not very good for you. So you have to learn how to draw the line. Like I said, I'll link the medical journal I got this information from and other videos that I've done before to help you, like maybe with quantities and all of that when you're taking all of these things. So caffeine is a bronchodilator, which means that it helps open your airways and it improves your airway function. Like I said, I've done a video about this. I will link it in the description box. And the last but not the least I'm going to talk about today is weight loss. So it is recommended that if you're an asthmatic and you're on the big side, no shading here, it is advisable that you try to lose a bit of weight because it is said that most of the weight that you've accumulated is in the middle part of your body, and this can make lung function very difficult. And obviously, when lung function is not right, you start to have constrictions in your airways, which obviously would lead to an asthmatic attack or it would aggravate your asthmatic symptoms. So it is advisable that you try to lose some weight. And remember that for asthmatics, exercising might not be very easy for us. So maybe instead of doing acute exercises, you could do a meal plan, you could watch what you eat, you could do long walks, you could do yoga, not a lot of intense exercising because for someone like me, exercises would trigger me. I'll be out of breath all the time. I don't really exercise besides yoga and regular stretches and planks. So try and lose some weight. It would help. And also, people that are plus size also have the risk of having things like diabetes and high blood pressure, which increases your asthma symptoms. So it's advisable that if you have a bit of weight and you can lose some of it so that it helps your bodily function and improves your general quality of life as an asthmatic. Please, disclaimer, do not stop taking your medication because, oh, you found natural remedies or you're one of those people that does not like the English methods of treating illnesses. I'm not here to tell you that the drugs don't work. Yes, they have their side effects, which is why I always recommend that you have natural remedies to cushion the effects of the medications that you're taking. So you don't have to take the medications all the time. If you have these on the sides like that, supplementing, complementing rather your medication that you're already taking. So do not stop taking your medication because ODB has said, oh, you can use natural remedies and all of that. So keep taking your meds, add this to the mix, and it will just generally improve your quality of life as an asthmatic and reduce your attacks and just generally make your life better. So let me know in the comment section if there's any natural remedy that you've tried that I did not mention here so that you can educate other people. And if you have any other questions or any kind of asthma videos you would like me to film or talk about, let me know in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.